Mr. Givens bought two similar t-shirts and a belt. He paid $50 to the cashier and received $3 change. If the belt cost $29, find the cost of each t-shirt. So we want to find the cost of one t-shirt. So I'm going to write my sentence down on the bottom. The cost of each t-shirt was blank dollars. Now I'm ready to begin solving. Before drawing the bar model, I first have to find out how much Mr. Givens spent. So I know that he gave $50 to the cashier and received $3 change. So my first step is going to be to subtract 3 from 50. He gave the cashier $50. He received $3 back. So Mr. Givens spent $47. And that information is needed because now that's the total of the two t-shirts and the belt. The total cost of two t-shirts and one belt is $47. Now we can go and draw our bar model to illustrate the two t-shirts and the belt and our total cost. So I'm going to begin by drawing one complete bar, so one full bar, and I'm going to want to label my total. The total amount that Mr. Givens spent is $47. So I'm going to label the whole bar $47. Now I'm also told that the belt cost $29. So I'm going to separate a little bit over half of the bar because 29 is more than half of 47 and we want our bar to always be set up. We want the parts of the bar to be reasonable. So I'm going to separate a little over half of that bar, write a B in it because that's going to represent the belt. And I'm going to label it $29 because the belt cost $29. Now the rest of the bar represents the two t-shirts. The two t-shirts cost the same amount of money. So I'm going to split that bar in half and label each part TS for t-shirt. And I want to know the cost of one t-shirt. So I'm going to label one of those parts with a question mark because that's what I'm trying to find. I don't want to label both parts with a question mark or I'll be finding out the cost of two t-shirts instead of just one. Now that I've set up my bar, I can solve for my question mark. So now we're going to compute and solve. So my first step is going to be to look at the whole amount, which is $47, and take away $29, which is the cost of the belt. So 47 minus 29 equals $18. So the cost of the two t-shirts is $18. Now that's the cost of both shirts, so I'm not done yet. Now I have to do one more step. So my second step is going to be to take that $18 and divide it by 2 because I have two t-shirts that are the same price. 18 divided by 2 equals $9. And that is going to be the cost of one t-shirt. I'll cross out my question mark and write in $9. And then I have to put that answer in my sentence. And I'm going to reread it and check to see if that seems reasonable. The cost of each t-shirt was $9. And I could check it by adding together all my parts in that bar and it should add up to 47. So if I add 29 plus 9 plus 9, it should equal 47 if it's the correct answer. And it is. It's a reasonable answer, and that's correct. So now that we've gone over this, I want you to try a couple problems on your own. You're welcome to rewatch this video or rewind it if you would find that helpful. But we're going to try a couple problems that are very similar to the one that you just saw. So copy the following problems into your notebook. Then solve each using a bar model. Use the bar model checklist in your notebook that we taped in to check that you've completed all the appropriate steps. We'll go over the problems tomorrow in class.